Owner operator or sharecropper? Ooh, that's a tough one. To me, what seems so similar is the way the two words end with the consonant R. The reason why I say owner operator or sharecropper, in so many ways, it kind of feels like the same thing. Um, Before everybody kind of like gets upset and being like, "Oh man, he talking about like slavery and back in the day." Everybody who's playing this game is kind of applying to them also too, whether they're black or white or Hispanic or Asian or what have you. And the reason why I say that is because, well, from what I hear about the sharecropping system, the sharecropping system was basically you work the land, check, you're working, and you're supposed to receive a percentage of how much the crop had yield. Now, during your venture of being a sharecropper, I'm sure it may be certain things come up, like certain bugs may eat the crop, and you may not sell as much crop as pertuitive to receiving your profit share of the crop. And then you got to feed yourself, and you got to take care of yourself and take care of your family. And along with taking care of your family, you got so many other needs. So basically, you're not receiving as much for what you have worked for, and the conditions of the field may not give you enough to where you can meet your to where you may meet all of your needs. Well, what I mean by needs is your financial needs. So I was scratching my head, and I thought about the owner slash lease operator, and I was like, dang, we just about almost lived the almost similar life. I'm working the land, check. And according to what I make, it may not be in perpetuity of my financial needs. I'm not saying that be a millionaire or a billionaire because I chose to be a lease operator, or for those who are owner operators. But the thing is, it's more of you're working, and whenever they're and what they have in common with the sharecropper, whether they're a lease operator or owner operator, whenever it goes bad, it reflects on the worker. And that's another similarity that I'm seeing. That whenever it goes bad, it reflects on the worker. So, and with the rates, from what I've learned from talking to other drivers, the rates have not really moved up, as in catching up with inflation. We're kind of being robbed. But the thing is, and how people fall into the system is because they're not too savvy with their numbers. They're not too savvy with their numbers. Their output for what they're receiving from their work, and certain conditions that you kind of can't control. Like when I was in my lease operator situation, I can't control my dispatcher to be like, hey, this is what I need to win, so give me what I need to win. Because in the leasing or slash owner operator game, you want to choose your loads to where, okay, like I was stating in my earlier video, to where you're paying off your immediate business bills, like your fuel, your truck note, and your taxes, and after that you have something left over. Like I was stating at one time, a minimum of 500 to set to the side, and about 1,000 for your own personal financial needs, whether it be taking care of home and taking care of your family, or taking care of yourself. So, and my motivation for kind of making this is because it feels like it's a sharecropping system, from the guys who are still owner operators or lease operators. You could tell me if you agree or disagree, and and why you do or don't. But I'm just trying to make a point, and amongst making that point, for other potential drivers that want to go that route, they just want to look at you want to look at this thing. Ooh. You really want to look at this thing. Everything that glitters ain't gold. Just saying. Because just with the sharecropper, I wouldn't say his or her tools, but his tools may give out. His tools may break, and so he may have not had enough money for the season or for whatever the agreement was, what have you. And so he lives on credit. Okay. The lease operator or owner operator. The truck may break down. Inspection may come up. And yeah. Oh, excuse me, YouTube. Inspection for your truck may come up, and you may need new tires. Well, I don't know which companies do or don't do, but they may be like, "Hey, we'll keep you rolling." But you owe 'em. Yeah. And they even got it to the point where they'll even help you out, and I'm kind of recently seeing that they break the payments for like even breakdowns for overtime, because they usually just take it all at once out of your check. We business partners. But you're like, if we're business partners, if I'm hurting, wouldn't you be hurting too? Wouldn't you be hurting too? Since we're business partners. I mean, I'm just thinking, and I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but to me, it seems that today, in today's time, it seems like the leasing operator or the owner operator system is modeled after the sharecropping system. Ooh, man. And if it is, what are you going to get out of it? Now, you got to keep in mind, if you're a business owner, because that's what they call you, a business owner. Shouldn't you be able to work your business as hard as you can and as long as you can? Just saying. As of 2017, they're saying that they're going to put, whether you're a company driver, whether you're a lease operator or owner operator, you got to do your driving and your own duty, sleeper berth, on real time. The company that sponsors most of the real time e-logs is PeopleNet, FYI. Yeah, you can't fool that. Well, I mean, some people can. They may be able to fool like 10 to 20 minutes, but it's just not really worth the time. Oh, I'm just sipping YouTube. I'm just chilling and wilding out. I'm just like, hey, I got the place to myself, and I'm just letting the hair hang out. Yeah. But anyway. And like I was saying, for the owner operator, if I'm doing bad, aren't we as business partners doing bad? Kind of like what the sharecropper. Hey, the crops didn't do too well, but if the crops didn't do too well, why in the big house, it's still good for them, they it's nighttime and the curtains are halfway closed, and you see the kids around, and they're glazing the ham and glazing the turkey and cutting and laughing, all that jitter. and you're like, oh man, they say that we didn't make it too well this season, but don't have nothing to show for it, for what the output of what you put in. So I'm just kind of looking at this, and I'm like, from a lot of lease operators and owner operators, that's just been my experience. Ooh. And yeah, like I say, I'm trying to invoke thought, and at the same time, anybody that's potentially thinking about being a either a lease or owner operator, whoa, slow down, slow it down. If somebody comes up on you and says that, hey, you could be a business partner and you can drive this truck for 89 cents per mile and no fuel surcharge, don't walk, run. Run. And don't look back while you're running. Oh no, don't do it. Unless you know that you can control your dispatch. And what I mean by controlling your dispatch is, A, I need to run hard so I can make such an amount of between payments for my business and to be able to sustain myself financially. Now, if you can control your dispatcher and you're getting a good rate, okay, I would advise it. Okay, that may be a good deal. Well, because like these days, oh man, you're lucky if you can get like $1.25. Oh man, that's such a dream today. But yeah, if you can get $1.25 for line haul and fuel surcharge, that'd be awesome. Because when them payments come, those payments, they don't be like, hey, oh, you didn't make this much. Oh, okay, we're gonna tone it down because you didn't make this much. No, they don't do it like that. I'm just trying to tell you from the real and from what I experience. And then you'll eventually ask yourself, why am I driving for? Who am I driving for? Because you'll feel like it ain't for you. You ain't driving for you. And since we business partners, okay, the load may be paying $3 per mile, but they got you locked in at $89 per mile. No matter what the load is and no matter how far it's got to go, they got you locked in. Is that a business partner? Sharecropper or owner operator? I'll let you be the judge of that.